Hello book besties, Brianna Sanchez here, your next favorite romance author. Today, we're going to be going over our August hopefuls. I didn't do a July hopefuls because we basically had like a whole summer list of hopefuls. I was going to include August in that, but I'm kind of over the summer list, guys. I was waiting so long for all these summer reads. I did get a lot done though, like I can't even lie. I just am kind of over the summer reads because it's so rainy out and gloomy most days that like I'm really excited to dive into some other stuff. I feel like I low-key need a thriller and a fantasy in my life, but I don't know. I honestly went up to my bookshelves and I went like in blindly. This is a very different hopeful list for me, but you guys will see. Here's our little list, guys. Okay, so I am going to start with a summer read because I do want to finish the Carly Fortune universe and I am just about done with it. So this summer will be different is first up on the list. I am going on a cruise tomorrow, so I think I'm going to take this as my physical book to read. I'm also having some books on my Kindle, which I'll show you guys, but this is the book I think I'm going to take. This is basically like the last Carly Fortune book in her universe for me, so I am really excited to dive into this. I have loved all of Carly Fortune's books. She was such a good author for me to find this year, and I think it'll just be like really satisfying for me to finish all her books. So next on the list, I have Devil She Knows. I am so excited to read this. Honestly, I had never seen this online. I bought this blindly at Barnes & Noble. Oh, this is not a big book. It's like 310 pages, but this is a sapphic romance, and I've been really into sapphic romances after I did my first one this summer. My sister, who is also an author, she was posting that she wanted to read this, and I was like, wait, I own this. We need to buddy read this. So we are going to be buddy reading this together once I come back from my cruise. So I will keep you guys updated about that. I feel like that will be really fun. But yeah, I'm really excited. This cover is really what sold me like when I was purchasing it at Barnes & Noble. Like I bought this completely blind, but now I've been seeing people talk about it, so I'm like, it must be a good book because it's definitely getting itself out there. Next, I would love to read Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. So if you guys have heard of the book Better Than the Movies, this is the part 2 to that. So I read Better Than the Movies, and I want to say I rated it a 5-star. If I didn't, it had to have been a 4 or higher. I loved that book. I loved it. She Isn't You literally lives in my mind rent free. I am so excited to see the adaptation, and since the adaptation is coming out soon, and I read Better Than the Movies like last March, so it's been like a year and a half almost. I definitely would love to go back to seeing Wes and Liz in the pages again, because I'm not gonna lie, I miss them, and even though they're fictional, like they're real for me. So I'm really excited to see. I'm pretty sure this is them like in college, maybe doing long distance. I don't know. I think it's just like not what they expected to happen. So I'm really excited to see what happens with their relationship, because, you know, college isn't what you always expect it to be. Relationships aren't what you always expect them to be. So to read something very real is going to be really exciting. Next, I feel like I need a thriller in my life, and who better to get a thriller from than the queen herself, Frida McFadden. So I love Frida McFadden. I've only done 2 of her books, but I really have been wanting to read this one. I just found this for free in my community's bookshelf. So my community has a little clubhouse where they have bookshelves. They keep a bunch of books there. People leave them there. This was there, and it's in like perfect condition. So I am really excited to dive into this. I feel like I just need a thriller in my life, and I'm really excited about this. I have no idea what it's about, but I feel like it's gonna be good. Like, she does not miss, but it being called The Boyfriend, I feel like it says, is he the man of your dreams or your worst nightmare? Like, it's gonna be something maybe like toxic, a toxic relationship, or maybe just like this man is like a killer or something. Moving on, I'm getting so excited with these last two reads, you guys, because book bestie Sarah has been recommending this book to me for quite some time, and I finally ordered it. I got it on TikTok shop, thrifted. It was like $5. You guys need to check that out. But I have given her so many recs and she reads them all. So the least I can do is read her favorite book, and that is Archer's Voice. So she's gonna be so excited when she sees this. Sarah, yes, I'm finally reading it this month. I literally, like, before I read any of these other ones, like, once I come back from my trip, honestly need to read this first so I could just finally get out of the way. I am scared for this. I don't know if it's like the last letter level, if it'll make me sob that much, but I have a feeling it's gonna make me cry. The waterworks are going to come. So I'm scared nonetheless to read this, but I'm excited. This has been on my TBR long before Sarah told me about it, but it definitely got bumped up the moment she told me it was her favorite book. And Sarah and I, one thing about us is we have almost identical book taste. So if she loved this, I already know I'm gonna love it. I should just rate it a 5-star at this point, but I need to read the story, so I'm excited. I'm very excited. Then I told you guys that I did book of the month subscription to get that $5 book, like probably everyone and their mom did, but I obviously had to keep the membership like the next month to like redeem that first $5 book. So for the next month, I decided to go out of my comfort zone. You guys have been following along with me and seeing that this year I got into fantasy. Yes, something I never thought I was going to get into, but now I'm a fantasy girly. So I decided to go out of my comfort zone and get a fantasy book. I got The Shrouded Queen. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. But look at this cover. This cover is gorgeous. It has like foiled paper on the cover. I'm gonna read you guys what the book is about because this totally grabbed my attention. As a slave to the Ashuran royals, Samira has always known she was expendable. So when the vicious clad folk attack, she is ready to die as a decoy for her princess. But when she's captured instead, she's forced to impersonate the princess and survive through brutal trials, all under the watch of her dangerously intriguing shapeshifter captor. Amunet Kata, now Queen of Ashura, is on the run following the king's death with only her guard with benefits, Yasim, by her side. She must evade treacherous allies while racing to conduct her father, the god of the underworld, before her long-promised power slipped beyond reach. While Amunet embarks on a quest through the wastelands, Samira learns the true reason for the attack and unlocks secrets in the past that could change everything. And with threats growing on all sides, Samira and Amunet must decide who can they trust. So there was so many good books to pick for book of the month. I feel like you cannot pick a wrong book if they're on book of the month, but this one definitely spoke to me the most and it was really out of my comfort zone, so I just decided to go for it. I also just really loved the cover and I'm really into like spirituality and stuff, so they have like the snake on here, the eye, and you know, it's just like things that I think will really speak to me and I'll really like. So these are my August hopeful, guys, but it does not end there. Now I'm gonna tell you guys what my hopefuls are on my Kindle, because since I'm going on a cruise, I obviously have to download some Kindle reads that are cruise related. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of these, but pretty much on my cruise, I have to read Love Overboard by Candy Steiner. I am so excited to read that. It's literally on a boat. I've been told that it reminds people of the show Below Deck, that reality show. So I'm really excited to get into that. And then probably that's the only book I'll end up reading on my cruise, as well as this summer will be different. But if I get to another one, then I think I would like to start Love Song by Elle Kennedy. And either way, to finish out the month on my Kindle, I would love to read Broken French by Tasha Boyd and Teenage Dream by Logan Riley. And lastly, I would love to read Raw Bloody Power by D. Garcia. I'm so excited to read that. I need a mafia book in my life. You know what's crazy is like mafia romances are my favorite genre to read, and I don't read any. Like, I don't think I've read one in over a year. I don't know why. I just feel like I have so many books I want to read, and I just don't get to the mafia ones for some reason. That needs to change. That needs to change from here on out. I think I need to read a lot of mafia romances coming up. We shall see what I do, guys. But please pray for me, guys, that I get all of these books done, because I would love nothing more than to read all these. I've probably added way too many to my TBR though. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you've read any of these, and if these are on your TBR as well. Let me know what your guys' August TBR is. Hopefully one of my books is on there. I highly recommend getting into Summer Ever After. It's still summer in August, so if you guys need a summer read, go check out my new book, Summer Ever After, that came out June 28th. It's amazing. It's my favorite book I've ever written so far, so I'm really excited for you guys to check that one out. But anyways, book besties, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.